Hey, check out this clip from the Pre-Patch podcast.
Bill is the Rainbow Six aficionado. You can see him. He's getting in his chair. He's ready, man. He is
Dude,
queued
I'm
up.
hyped.
Let's
This
let's
this
uh
is
let's talk
probably
about
the
it.
like I know every
Pineapple.
content creator out there says that this season's going to be the best season of like their game ever. I genuinely think this might be the best season of Rainbow Six Siege that's come out in a very long time and is taking the game more back to the roots of what it originally was in my opinion.
Um, no, I mean I'm dude. Like again, I have just gotten into it. I don't care about the lore. I mean, are there people that care about like the story and the lore and all that? Like, is that
I
is that a
care
big thing?
about the
Yeah.
story.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, again,
And
that
the story is even going back to a route that more people are getting invested in. We're actually back to counterterrorism, which is should have been like the theme of it altogether instead of them doing like the Olympic sports arc for some reason.
yeah. Well, it's what I am the most excited about is just they are again the like you're seeing Deimos, who is the new operator.
Hmm.
His abilities look fucking dope. Like his
Yeah.
stuff looks really fucking cool. Um,
Hmm.
it's oh, dude. Okay, I got goosebumps right there because I was like, oh motherfucker, that is Sam fucking Fisher that just dropped down. That is dope as hell. Um,
Yeah. No, this CGI goes hard, which is another reason you guys should watch live or in post on YouTube. Um,
uh, so what is Deimos's whole backstory? So again, obviously, I'm not familiar with this story. What is his whole back?
so he is effectively a rainbow killer. His whole thing is he was part of Rainbow back in the day, and for some reason got excommunicated from the group or whatnot, and he basically has a grudge against the unit, and his whole thing was um, one by one eliminating Rainbow from existence. That was his thing.
Is he? We don't know who he is though, right? Like we don't know
I
his
think they
identity.
announced who Deimos is. I'm fairly certain he is a member of old Rainbow lore. Um, Give me 1 second. That's one thing I don't know. But he is the new operator. It's Gerald Morris.
Okay, so we do know who he is then.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
but he's the new operator, and his gadget kind of goes along with that whole lore point. Being a little like micro drone that he sends out. If you have been detected in the prep phase or anytime during the match, he has a little HUD element that has all of the defender operator icons. He's an attacker, and he can choose any of those to send this little helicopter drone out to. And then for the next, I think
yes,
it's 10 seconds,
that was 10.
he gets a live feed ping to where you're at,
Um,
basically
the only
But
making
this
it.
but don't
Good.
you get a live ping of him as well, or like a
You
ping of
don't
him?
get a live ping of him, so he gets a full live ping. Like he can like
Yeah.
track you perfectly through walls with that ping. You get pinged as Deimos. You get pinged every 2 seconds for the 10 seconds, so they
Oh.
get 5 pings on you while you get a live ping on them.
Yeah.
hmm. um
So it's a 1v1 basically.
he reminds me of almost a better Jackal. Like
He kind of fills that Jackal and Lion thing. The big difference between him and Jackal is he does not feed this information to anybody else in the team besides himself.
right.
So if you're in comms, you can call out where they're at. But if you're in like solo queue and whatnot, you're only going to feed this info to yourself. Um,
Yeah.
so
Fuck your other teammates. They don't need to know that shit.
he's a greedy operator in that regard. Same thing
Sounds
with
like
Lion.
sounds
Lion
like my
scans for the
kind
team.
of my kind of character. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and he's the first operator in a long time to bring a unique weapon to the game in his 44 Magnum with a
Dude,
1x scope on it.
that thing is nasty. I saw it like I
Yeah,
think what was he like he I think it was during the reveal or something like that. Like I watched him fucking like just uh he was able to blast through two fucking soft walls or some shit with like one shot or something. I don't know. It was
yeah,
wild, dude.
it has increased destruction on soft walls, and it is a guaranteed 2 tap on any defender armor class in the chest. So
I
it's
was
a
about to
2 tap
say,
weapon. It is a 6 shooter though, so you only get 6 rounds with it. But
you ain't telling me that this guy's gonna kill Fisher. Like that ain't
nah,
happening, bro.
nah.
Like Let's be real. Come on. Now.
Although Fisher in Rainbow Six lore, he's like 64 at this point.
Yeah,
So
dude's
I don't matter,
geriatric.
bro.
He's
That
fighting
don't
with
matter,
Metamucil, bro. He's down there with his walker.
Fisher is like Walker Texas Ranger, bro. Like
Yeah.
he will be powerful even when he's dead.
Well,
Yeah.
so we obviously got Deimos, but there was a lot of other stuff that also kind of dropped.
there is a ton of new stuff. Not just for like this new season, but for like the year overall. They did the full year roadmap. For this year specifically, they reworked shields. So shield operators are going to play completely different than they used to. Long and short of it is they took away the ability to hip fire from behind your shield, so your gun's not going to be sticking out the whole time. Anytime you have a shield up, you are going to be tucked in behind it. You're also going to be able to reload behind your shield, or if you're like Fuse, for instance, you activate your gadget behind your shield, basically adding to the defensive nature of the shield without having that like bullshit hip fire mechanic that would occasionally get you a headshot for free.
Then they also make it to where you can also alt look, right? Like you can go into a doorway.
Yeah,
and
so
alt look.
in place of the hip fire, if you left click on your mouse, you can like alt look side to side from your shield. So you plant yourself in place and kind of look around to see what's going on. It's much more of an intel basis. You can also ping from that alt look. So if you
Nice.
see somebody, you can ping them without having to compromise an angle. So
Nice.
really cool there. They also took it away so that if you walk up to somebody, instead of doing that weird like shield punch thing that you used to do, you just straight up ram them. And it does 20 damage and knocks them to the ground. So you're not going to be able to one-shot people with melee anymore, but you still can use it in an offensive manner if you're able to close that gap on them. The last thing they did with shields is if somebody open fires into your shield, you get debuffed so that it prevents you from being able to sprint.
That's smart. That's good. Does that the charge situation? Because I know that like Clash was a problem, right? Like everybody hated Clash.
Everybody's still gonna hate Clash.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a problem. You think? I mean, obviously,
I would imagine Clash is just gonna be
Clash is actually the only shield operator that did not get affected by this change.
Of course not.
She is going to control exactly the same way that she always has. And
but
she will
just
still
better.
Yeah, she'll still be a menace. So
great. Okay. All right. Well, instant ban.
On top of that, they reworked how every operator controls with their gun. They added new attachments. They reduced ADS speed across the board, so guns are going to aim in slower. They're trying to combat the running gun Call of Duty meta that was last season by slowing the game down again, making it more tactical, taking it back to those roots. They also added new attachments. They reworked how some attachments work. Laser sight's no longer going to affect hip fire because hip fire was garbage anyway. Laser sight's actually going to do what it does in real life now and make it so that your ADS is going to be faster. It's going to effectively help with target acquisition is the name of the game. So if you have a laser sight, you aim 10% faster. If they added a new horizontal grip, so you have the vertical grip, you have the angled grip, and you have a horizontal grip. Horizontal grip is going to make it so that you run faster by 5%. So it effectively ups a speed class for your operator, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They also removed the 1.5 and 2x scope. I don't know how much you enjoyed.
I don't know. I just remember. I all I know is I watched the reveal of all this stuff, and because I did it at the
6 Invitational.
The 6 Invitational, and like that happened. People went fucking kind of crazy, and then something with Ash. I don't know. I don't know this community enough, but something with fucking Ash, and everybody fucking erupted.
I know exactly. So they removed the 1.5 and the 2x scope from the game, so you're only gonna have 1x's, 2.5s, and 3x's. And the reason people are freaking out with Ash is because they gave Ash her ACOG back for the R4C. So the old school Siege entry frag Ash meta is back effectively. So
all right,
people were loving that.
Shit, dude.
Ash's return to glory. They also made it so that scopes they rework scopes all the way across the board so that iron sights actually have a purpose now. So if you have an iron sight on, you're actually going to aim faster as well. by 10%. If you have a 1x scope, you're going to aim faster by 5%. And then if you have a 2.5 or a 3x, you get no bonus. You just get the increased range on zoom.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it sounds like they're doing a lot. And you know, again, I know that this was, you know, I've started watching, love him or hate him, I started watching Jinxie. I mean, again, the guy knows his shit. He's intelligent when it comes to Siege.
Yeah.
But you know, he was talking about some of the stuff as well. And then are we getting a new map on this one, or no new map?
No new map, just the new operator and all of these changes. These changes are kind of taking place in place of the
and then
a new map.
When does this
there's also a lot of quality of life improvements, like they changed how the rappel animations work.
Yes, that I looked into.
It's gonna take you like half as long to rappel up, like get into the rappel animation and get out of the rappel animation. They made it so that LMGs feel more unique now. If you take an LMG, you're going to move slower, but they also reduced the recoil back down so that they're more manageable again. And they also gave LMGs the destructive capabilities of DMRs so that you can open up walls with them better than you would be an AR or an SMG.
Yeah. What the release? When is the release of like Deimos and all of this stuff?
It's already out. It came out Tuesday.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Fuck, I was gonna play League tonight.
Where the fuck you been, bro?
I'm going to play this. Fuck, I'm going to go play Siege after this.
Yeah, it came out Tuesday, so that is
son of a bitch.
That is live and ready to rip whenever you are.
Cool.
There's also like last thing that I want to mention, because I think this is one of the biggest things coming this season. It's not coming, or this year. It's not coming this season specifically. But they are really leaning into their anti-cheat big time.
Good.
And they are really leaning into Zim and console hardware cheating, like the mouse and keyboard on console, to the point that they are adding crossplay at the end of the season, and making it so that if you play mouse and keyboard on console, you're going to be put into PC lobbies instead of being put into console lobbies. So people are no longer going to be able to use mouse and keyboard against controller players.
I've fucking been saying for fucking ever, and everybody called me a dick, and I'm just like, oh man,
throw them into the lion's den.
Yes,
give them what they want,
dude. Fuck them, man. I've got, oh my god, I wish.
They're also,
Tony was
before
here.
They do that, they're going to make it so that if a Zim is detected on your system, you automatically get the maximum penalty in the reputation system, which locks you out of ranked mode. So that's the band-aid fix until they can get crossplay up and running.
So was crossplay? So what exists now?
Is it not active between Ubisoft and Steam? That's their version of crossplay, like linking the PC platforms.
Okay, and consoles can crossplay, right? Like Xbox can play with PS4.
I don't
PS5?
think so.
No,
I don't think so. I'll double check that, but I don't think that was the case.
Okay, because
they are going full crossplay by the end of the year.
Like, is there a choice to turn it on, or is it just it's on? You have no choice.
If you're on PC, you can turn it on.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to play with console players or anything like that, you can turn it off. There's a way to turn crossplay off now if you just want to play specifically with one group of PC players.
Right. Okay. All right. Interesting.
Okay, so
I want to play with those goddamn console plebs.
So
get them out of here.
There already is crossplay between the consoles, so they're just going to be merging everything together.
Good.
But yeah, good. They're really doing a good job at bringing out what needs to happen in Siege as far as like cheating goes on both platforms, and I'm happy to see it. Real minor last thing. Next season, season 2, they're reworking Recruit. I don't know how you feel about that.
What are they going to do to Recruit?
They are making Recruit its own operator. There's going to be an attacker and a defender operator release next season. That is going to be the new Recruits. They're going to look different. They're going to have their own loadouts. They're basically going to be 2 characters released next season.
Okay.
So it's gonna be pretty cool.
That's interesting. Sure. Why not?
And a bunch of defenders have 2.5 scoops now. A bunch of defenders got ACOGs. So go through your defender list and see if anybody you like has one.
Well, I will have to. I'll have to jump in. Anybody from the community that wants to jump in tonight, I will be jumping in because I did not know. I didn't think it was out already. So I will jump in. It does make me sad that the battle pass that I did not get to finish the battle pass, but I had before, but it is what it is. All right, well, there you go. That is all of the Rainbow Six news. Thank you, Bill, for giving us that in-depth look. I'm excited to play that.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the patch notes. And if you want to see more from the Pre-Patch Podcast, don't forget to check us out live every Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, or at anchor.fm/Pre-Patch Podcast, or wherever podcasts are listened to. Hope to see you there. Much love.